The primary goal of today's Outlook is to encourage the public to take steps to prepare before the hurricane season, which begins on June 1st. Preparing means reviewing and creating your emergency evacuation plans and gathering your supplies now in case your area is hit by a hurricane. We will hear more about preparedness from FEMA shortly. Before I announce the 2019 hurricane season outlook, I would like to discuss how NOAA is prepared to keep the public informed and safe this season. At NOAA, we strive to deliver timely and accurate forecasts supported by sophisticated weather models, which are fed incredible amounts of data from sources such as NOAA satellites, as well as dropsondes deployed from the Gulfstream 4 you see behind me. The King Air turboprop, which is over here, is vital to NOAA's post-hurricane response assistance. It's used to conduct low-altitude aerial surveys of coastline damage, helpful to emergency managers and homeowners who have evacuated. NOAA vessels and rapid response teams deploy after storms pass to survey waterways to ensure they are free of debris and safe for shipping. NOAA operates a fleet of Earth-observing satellites, including stationary GOES east and west, and advanced polar orbiting satellites, which provide vital microwave sounder data that drive our forecast models used to predict hurricane track and intensity. This season, the National Weather Service will upgrade the dynamic core to the GFS, known as the American model. This will mark the first revolutionary upgrade to the dynamic core in decades and represent the first step in re-engineering NOAA's global forecast system to provide the best possible science-based predictions to the nation. And of course, there are NOAA's hurricane hunters. These planes collect data from above, around, and inside tropical systems. This season, the plane will collect higher resolution data from an upgraded onboard radar system. These enhanced observations will be transmitted to forecasters across NOAA and into our computer models, providing essential input to improve track and intensity forecasts. Collectively, NOAA's suite of sophisticated technologies and services enable decision makers and the public to take action before, during, and after hurricanes, increasing community resilience and helping build a more weather-ready nation. Now, on to the 2019 Atlantic hurricane season outlook. This includes all activity in the Atlantic Ocean, Gulf of Mexico, and Caribbean from June 1st to November 30th. Atmospheric and ocean conditions that factored into this outlook include competing signals. On one hand, the ongoing El Niño is expected to persist and suppress activity in the Atlantic hurricane season. On the other hand, a combination of warmer than average sea surface temperatures in the tropical Atlantic and Caribbean, combined with an enhanced West African monsoon, favor increased activity. Overall, the Atlantic hurricane season outlook calls for a near normal season with a 70% chance of 9 to 15 named storms with top winds at least 39 miles an hour. Of those, 4 to 8 will become hurricanes with top winds of at least 74 miles an hour, and 2 to 4 major hurricanes reaching category 3, 4, or 5. This outlook is made possible by the work of Dr. Jerry Bell, lead seasonal hurricane forecaster at NOAA's Climate Prediction System. His team, as well as him, are here today to answer any questions you may have about the outlook during the Q&A session. Please keep in mind that this outlook does not suggest how many of these storms strike land. That is beyond the forecastability of the seasonal outlook, but when a storm does form, we can count on NOAA's National Weather Service, including the National Hurricane Center, to provide details on the storm track and potential impacts. Throughout the season, be sure to stay up to date at weather.gov and hurricanes.gov. Speaking of the Weather Service, I would like to acknowledge Dr. Louis Uccellini, Director of NOAA's National Weather Service, who is here today. In addition to his normal duties as the Weather Service Director, he is also campaigning to be the next president of the World Meteorological Organization. I wish him best of luck and my strongest endorsement as we are now a month away from the election in Geneva. Back to the hurricane outlook. To summarize, a near normal Atlantic season is expected, with NOAA taking great strides to deliver the best forecast to keep you informed ahead of approaching storms. While we cannot prevent the storms, we can take action to be prepared for such severe weather and impacts on our communities.